of the clips that we have promoting the show, there's always something where you have like the wrong equipment on, you have no equipment on, your equipment doesn't work, you're like, I got the wrong headphones on several of the clips. What? Yeah. All right, so this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. Welcome, everybody. It is 9 minutes after the hour. We are officially 7 minutes late, but better late than never. Hello, Nicole Hemrick.
Good morning. How
Nicole
are you today?
Is here. I am awake. I am ready to go. There is no, what's going on here? There's no YouTube today? What? It's on?
Focus, dude, focus.
Focus, there I am. Hello, YouTube, there we are. And Periscope, no Periscope on? It's coming up now. What about Facebook? Is Facebook on? Facebook is on. I don't know about that. Let's see. I don't know about that. Is your Facebook on, Mr. Squeeze?
I'm going to restart.
You're going to restart?
Yeah.
So there is no Facebook right now. Maybe there is. I don't know.
We have 17 viewers.
Oh, really? You know what? Maybe I should put on my wireless and maybe it'll pop up.
Anyway, folks, seeing that Brad is trying to sort out the technical issues verbally, I will just start up the show verbally. I want to welcome each and every one tuning in across the entire tri-state area, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. My name is David Squeeze Annakie, and I run the Link Up Media group of companies. Of course, Spar and Bernstein is run by the man called Brad Bernstein, hence the show Brad and Squeeze. And we are here to answer immigration questions. We do have an associate attorney. Is that a correct term, Mr. Bernstein?
Nope.
Okay, so
Managing
correct me.
attorney.
Managing attorney. My apologies, Nicole.
Oh, thank you. That's
All right.
okay.
I just want to get it correct, all right? And that's the reason why I paused there, all right?
Yes, managing attorney.
Managing attorney, along with Brad, ready to answer those immigration questions. So if you're listening to us on 93.5 WVIP, I know it's Monday. I know a lot of you have absolutely zero energy, or the mind tells you that you have no energy. But wake up, people on the highway, the byway, the thruway, the parkway, the runway, wherever you are. Make sure you call now with your immigration questions. The number to call is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAWLINK. We must remind you that Spar and Bernstein happens to be a full-service law firm. Of course, they handle immigration, which I just spoke about, family law, criminal law, tax law, and personal injury, and also, of course, the law of technical issues. All right? So
You know what it is? Squeeze? I have now not only do all of this, I am now the camera operator as well.
you're everything, man.
I am everything.
You are everything,
Oh, Dan shows up.
Oh, he's pulling an SMG.
Yeah, he sends me a text message.
What
and
is it, a train this morning?
Yes, it was. He sent me a text
You're
message.
SMG, man.
Yeah, he sent me a text message at 7 o'clock in the morning. By the way, the trains are running slow.
At 7 o'clock.
At 7 o'clock. He knows 2 hours in advance the trains are going to be running slow.
Don't listen to Brad.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so once again, folks, just reminding you, spread the word. If you're on social media, please share the link that you are watching with just about every single person that you know on social media, but also do it outside of social media by calling, also texting, and all of that good stuff, all right? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time to jump into it. If I can get the password over there. Password for the thingamajiggy.
It's a new password.
All right. It's amazing how you're writing on Michelle Obama's back every day.
I am.
You know,
I do write
I
on her
don't
back.
think Mr. Obama would like that.
I understand that, but had you not told anybody,
They wouldn't have known
would
that
be
you're
no
writing on
offense.
Michelle
There
Obama's
would be
back.
no
By the way, there's a
offense.
picture of Michelle Obama in the studio. And Brad's
B?
writing on the back of it.
that's a B.
Okay.
I
And
think
what
everything else you should be able to read.
that? What the hell is
That's a Y.
the second to last one? Is that why?
Can you read this, Nicole?
No, she can't. Let me see her read that. Don't read the first two
Not
letters.
out loud.
No,
Yes.
don't read the first two digits.
Right,
read the
just
rest
the
of it.
last four.
Yeah,
8YF. Thank you very much, Nicole.
Okay, let's see
Exactly.
if she's correct. Well, I guess she has dealt with your handwriting
Yes.
for enough years.
Yes.
And it's just that mine's worse, so if I can decide for my own.
Aha, there it is.
Mine's terrible too.
Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. So let me rev up the lines. Everybody who has a green card question, a citizenship question. Now is the time to squeeze your questions in. We are live. Today happens to be the 5th day of June. I don't know what the significance of June 5th is, but I know there's a significance. But make that call right now. 1-800-529-5465. And if someone can just turn on the air condition. 1-800-529-5465. Everyone who has an immigration question, make the call right this second. Mr. BB. Oh, man. This guy, man. 1-800-529-5465. Just wanted to see if we were connected to VIP properly. All right? We are. Double check, see the levels going. 1-800-LAWLINK.
I was now doing some engineering and
I
getting
noticed.
air conditioning
You
on.
even got up to turn. Close the studio door and all of that.
Since SMG has left for medical school,
Mhm.
you know, I used to make fun of the guy a lot, but then you realize he took care of so much,
Yep.
right?
He said it too. He says like, you all don't
guys-
realize
you
how much
guys-
I do
you
here.
you guys are gonna miss me. I go, we won't miss you. Get out of here.
You're
And
gonna
meanwhile,
miss me when I'm gone.
yeah.
All right, 1-800-LAWLINK. Let's go to the first call right here. Once again, we have Nicole in studios. We've got Kyle in studios. We've got Danielle in studio.
And very funny that as soon as I mentioned SMG, he joins us.
Oh, really?
That was a little.
Guy has a lot of time on his hands.
He must. Yes. If he has time to watch us, why doesn't he have time to work?
Exactly.
Exactly. How did that happen?
Precisely.
Yeah.
All
All right.
So 1-800-529-5465. And let's go to the phone lines.
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Good morning, bro.
Good morning.
And say good morning to this guy, Squeeze, and Nicole. They're also here.
And Kyle.
Yeah, man.
And Kyle and Danielle.
And Daniel. And Tuan.
Blessing in the morning.
Come on.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I have a very important question to ask, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I was deported in 1998, yeah?
Yeah.
Under a section was called misrepresented. Remember in those times we used to come with this team out visa, and I go around the corner and I come straight, yeah?
All right.
Yeah.
So he got deported for misrepresentation.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, but thank God, I'm back in this. I'm married, and I'm back here. I'm now here 2 years.
Uh
And
oh.
more.
Say no more.
Yeah?
Say no more. Because
Exactly.
if you got deported for misrepresentation and you're back, guess what
Yeah.
you've done now?
Want to tell them, Nicole?
You,
Committed a crime.
right, and there could be additional bars for that. But
And jail time. Do nothing more, my friend. Hold on. Come see us.
Come see the attorneys.
No more talking on the radio for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Hold
All right.
on one second.
No, but,
Just
No,
hold on,
no,
man.
what?
Hold on. Don't
When-
do not incriminate yourself.
When Brad and Nicole say no more talking on the radio, we're not
Yeah.
doing it because we don't want to hear your voice. We're doing it for your own good. All right?
right, no
Hold on
problem.
1 second. Hold on.
So what are you trying to say? If
What
I
I'm
say
trying
don't talk, I don't want to hear their voice. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying don't incriminate yourself.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying if I say it, what are you trying to say?
If you say it.
All right, forget it. Forget it, man. You're slow today, man. I don't know what you did over the weekend, but you're a bit slow
I
today.
did a lot over the weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for your recommendations, by the way.
Did you use any of them?
No.
Not one. You didn't like any of them?
I like them, but my daughters decided that they want to stop at the Dior store. And I never, ever knew that makeup was that expensive.
Yes.
I just don't get it.
I saw her getting the makeup.
I almost died when I saw the bill.
Was this down at the Oculus you went?
Yeah.
Yes.
I almost died.
Yeah, I've done that one too.
And I'm like, those little things can't cost
Yeah,
much. I mean,
yeah.
what's the big deal, you know?
Nicole, makeup
I'm
costs
like,
a lot
yeah,
of
get
money.
whatever you want,
it
you know?
does.
Nicole, makeup costs a lot of money.
It does cost a lot
Right.
of money.
Oh.
Beauty
My head
is
spun.
expensive and painful at the same time, right?
My head spun.
Your head spun.
Yeah.
You're
but-
like, thank God I'm a man, right? All I got to do is buy a razor and some deodorant, basically, right?
a little bit more than that. but
That's it?
still,
What
yeah.
else do you need?
Come on, you got to take care of your body. You got to have the appropriate
Soap? What else do you need?
appropriate lotion, the appropriate cream,
No, there's no lotion.
Cologne.
appropriate, cologne, exfoliator, all of that.
You don't need exfoliator.
You don't?
No.
That's the reason why you're coming sometimes with your face looking that rugged, man.
Yeah, well, I'm a rugged guy. I don't need.
Anyway, let's get to another call. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We are the Brad and Squeeze Show. Today, Nicole has joined us, so let's get back into it. It's been a wonderful weekend, and we are here. We'll talk about what Brad did over the weekend and what Nicole did over the weekend. But you all now know what I did. All right, let's get to another call, Brad.
Oh, and Zachary Fox, Lisa Zachary says, Squeeze, blue looks very good on you.
Oh,
She's saying that on
my first
Periscope.
compliment of the week. Thank you so much. What's her name?
On Periscope, it's Lisa Zachary.
Well, Lisa Zachary, thank you so much for tuning in and giving me a wonderful compliment. I'm completely stroked for the rest of the week. I'm good. All right?
All right, so Squeeze,
All right.
Squeeze, you got to do something. Nobody seems to think we're
It's
alive.
Monday. Nobody wants any questions. I mean, listen, on Mondays, everybody is legal.
Yes,
You didn't know that?
yes, it's legal Mondays.
It's legal Mondays. And there you go. Everybody is legal.
Everybody has all their.
By the way, let me disclaim this. We're
everybody-
joking around.
Everybody's got all their
People
stuff.
are going to get arrested and like, oh,
Ev-
yeah,
ev-
Squeeze a
everybody-
Brad and
ev-
Nicole said that we're legal on Mondays.
Right.
No, so let me just disclaim that, all
And
right?
then Tuesdays called Sorted Out Tuesdays.
Yes. Sorted out Tuesdays. I like that.
like that, right?
Legal Mondays,
Legal Mondays,
sort
sorted
out the
out
thing Tuesdays.
right.
So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, what Brad is trying to say is that we have absolutely no one on the lines. I don't know what it is with Mondays.
Yeah, Monday mornings. So
No, watch. Watch everyone. 5 minutes before the show is over, the entire queue is going to be filled with calls. But listen up. If you call right now, you can actually get through. But we're going to hop over to, of course,
You know what I'm going to do while you're talking, and I apologize. I'm going to share this.
You're gonna share?
onto my timeline.
okay, all right. So
And you know what
sure.
I'm going to? You want me to share it onto your timeline, Nicole?
That would be great.
Okay, I'm going to do that as well.
Okay.
Am I allowed to share it onto your timeline? We'll
I think I have to accept it after the fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
after the fact. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh, you're my friend. I can share it to your timeline.
Someone says you need shaving cream to put on your face, Brad. Carol and Anderson
You
Tiger.
do need shaving cream to put on your face, except if you use an electric razor. Ha ha!
There you go.
You need aftershave no matter what, though.
Go.
Right?
1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LawLink. Kyle, do you have any questions over there as yet on Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein Facebook? Because I have none on David Squeeze Annakie as yet. And maybe Periscope and maybe YouTube with Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein respectively. Did I say that fast enough?
Too fast. But
All
we
right.
do have some on YouTube.
All right.
Neil Williams wants to know, can you use your EAD card as identification to travel on domestic flights in the U.S.?
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Antoine, Nebraska says, if my wife has already abandoned me before I even enter into the country, but my filing is completed, what are the likely possibilities regarding me getting a green card when I come there?
How did you get abandoned before you even came to the United States? I don't understand that.
Maybe the wife, maybe they decided to get married and then the wife said, hey, I'm out.
Well, you got a problem because you have to be entering the United States to be join your wife in a bona fide marriage. So if it is not bona fide before you even enter the United States, that's misrepresentation at that point.
Okay.
You got, as they say in Colombia, mucho problemos.
Colombia keeps popping up a lot these days. I don't know why.
Well, because I was just there, so I remember
And-
some words.
And that's the reason why you remember, right?
Yes, I
Okay, no
can't.
problem.
I can't share onto your timeline, Nicole. I'm
Obviously
sorry.
not,
That's
because she has
okay.
not accepted you, and you have to like her page also.
No, but but we're friends on Facebook, so
Doesn't matter.
But her name doesn't pop up.
No,
as
you
a-
are Brad Bernstein. You got to like her page.
I've had things shared to my page from Spar and Bernstein before, but I have to
Yes.
click accept
Yes,
after.
because she set it up like that.
I have very stringent
Very
privacy
stringent
settings.
There you
privacy
go.
settings.
There you
You
go.
know,
There you go.
my privacy settings are out the window now. I'm an open book. All right, so you can check
You are.
me out. You can
Welcome
check
to
me
my
out.
world.
Right, you can check me out at Brad Bernstein on Facebook, on Instagram at what's my Instagram? It's Brad_Bernstein.
You're asking me?
Bernstein_Brad.
Bernstein_Brad.
Hold up. You're asking me?
I'm asking somebody who
You're
would know
asking me
this.
what your Instagram handle is.
Yes, but so you do not share.
Today
anything
is
with
Monday.
me.
It's Danielle's day to know what it is.
Daniel, this is nothing going on Monday here. Sort out the thing Tuesday.
Don't even try to use a Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have more questions, Kyle, before we go back to 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-LawLink?
Yeah, we have one more question coming from Facebook. Tanasha Sutherland says, my mom filed for me to stay here in America, but I'm overage, so it's taking longer than I thought. She filed 3 years ago. What can I do?
Well, once the priority date becomes current, you might have to do something called a provisional waiver, where if you're able to demonstrate extreme hardship to your mother, you'll be able to return to your home country to pick up your visa abroad. And typically, under the provisional waiver, where you consular process, you're only abroad for about 3 weeks. And then you come back to the U.S. as a green card holder.
You want to close the microphone before you talk. All right. Thank you so much, Nicole, for that answer.
When Nicole is talking,
All right.
when Nicole talks, you have to turn the camera to her. And then when Nicole is done talking, you got to turn it back.
That's Brad whispering
It's not
to
enough
tech operator
just to
here.
stare at the camera and do nothing. Got it? Okay.
All right.
All right, that was me directing. Squeeze.
Yeah, I see. I
Yes,
heard. Okay.
yes.
All
Because
right.
Tawan is new at this.
All right. You got
He's
more
new at
questions,
the
Kyle?
camera work.
Because we're doing immigration today.
Yes.
I got more.
This was Antoine from Nebraska giving.
You got to get into the
What,
microphone.
is that Antoine?
You got to turn your microphone back on.
Is that Antoine? Boy, we have to turn your microphone on. If you actually operate the camera, you got to move it to the person who's talking.
They should call this the zoo.
Antoine's problem was his wife abandoned him, and the reason she abandoned him, they've been married for 1 year and 9 months. He caught her cheating, and now it's difficult for her to get out, and she refuses to get out.
Wait, so they're living together now in Nebraska for the last year and 9 months? Is that what's going on, Antoine?
Well, his name's Antoine Nebraska, so it might
Antoine Nebraska is his name. He could be living in Montana for all we know, right?
precisely.
We need to know, because the original question was, I'm entering the United States for the first time, and my wife has abandoned me. So that's a big difference than I entered the United States 1 year and 9 months ago, and I'm living with my wife, and then she abandoned me. Those are two different fact patterns that have
Right.
completely two different answers. So we need to know, was it fact pattern 1, which is I'm entering for the first time, and my wife has abandoned me before I even went to go live with her? Or is it fact pattern number 2, that I'm living with her, maybe in Nebraska, maybe somewhere else, but we definitely know the name is Anthony, and now a year and 9 months later, she cheated on me, and as a result of cheating on me, we have a problem. Those are two different situations, Daniel.
There's no visa, though, if someone cheats on you, though.
There's no cheating visa.
We have another question. Sam Nikami from Facebook. I have a visitor's visa to the U.S. I'm currently applying for a student visa. Would my visitor's visa be revoked?
If you are applying for a student visa in another country, so you came on a visitor's visa and you go home to pick up your student visa, you will have a student visa in your passport and you will have a visitor's visa in your passport. And you choose to enter the United States based on what you're doing. Are you coming to study? Are you coming to visit? If you are here in
Thank
the
you so
United
much
States,
for speaking into the microphone. Because you were speaking out of the side of your mouth, and the microphone was.
if you're in the United States, if you're in the United States and you go to change your status here, that would be the end of your visitor's visa, but you would be in student visa status.
Okay.
Was that correct, Nicole?
Yes, and the other thing that I would say about that, if you have more than one type of visa in your passport, make sure that when you're entering that the officer actually admits you in the proper status.
Yes.
Because
lot of times
we've
you
seen
get-
that create some difficulties,
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to go back to the airport to tell them to correct it.
And that's a pain in the butt, Squeeze.
Um,
You don't know anything about pain in the
no,
butt.
I have no comment. I have no comment. I have no comment. All right, that's all I got to
Yeah,
say.
no comment on pain in
No
the butt.
comment on that line that you just
Yes.
dropped. But I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, and the question is, how long do I have to take to send in the USCIS form?
Nicole,
Well-
how long would you have to take I mean, you take a day?
I mean,
You could take a week?
I guess it depends what kind of form it is, what you're applying for. I mean, one thing that we see come up a lot is that people enter under visitor visas, and then they come here and they wind up deciding to get married, and we typically say you want to wait 90 days before you make any decisions to change your mind, because if you're coming as a visitor, really your intent is supposed to be a visitor.
Visit.
But otherwise, it depends, when a current visa is going to expire, when you have everything in place to submit another type of application. So The answer is it depends.
Right. I was going to say you have the rest of your life. I mean, you can submit it whenever you want. You can submit it today, next week, next month. But actually, Nicole is correct. Depends.
Okay.
Right? Depends what you're doing.
Here's another one.
By the way, I have a question here on Periscope. There's some guy by the name of Dan wants to know, hey, what are you doing? What are we doing here? And every day I wonder the same exact thing. What are we doing here?
We're doing the Brad and Squeeze
Is
show
that
where
what
we
it is?
answer immigration
Okay.
questions. All right, good morning. I'm a United States citizen. If I file for my daughter who is 17, how long will it take for her to get through?
And the question depends on whether she's here in the U.S. or outside of the U.S. Typically, if you have a minor child and you're a U.S. citizen, there's no waiting period other than the time that you're waiting just for the case to be processed. So if you have a child who's outside, typically it might take about 6 months to 9 months to get approved here, and then you have to go through the consular processing, which might be another 3 or 4 months for the child to actually wind up having the interview and then coming into the U.S. If the child is here in the U.S., then you would file your petition concurrently with the child's green card application, and the whole process would take 6 to 9 months.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that. Once again, folks, we're also taking questions on 93.5 WVIP, the radio station that airs us in 3 different states. The number is 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465. We're going back to the radio now, so you may call us now on air, 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Maud.
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 Yeah.
Maud.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Very good.
Fabulous. This whole thing
Yeah.
works then. What can we do to help you?
Yes, I have a question. I filed for my 2 daughters from 2013, and I haven't heard anything. I keep calling, and what they are saying, they don't reach to 2013. So I just want to find out what can I do, because it's been a long time, and the next thing I want to find out, I understand that they have to go back to Jamaica when the immigration called them. So I really don't want them to go back there because they have bad experience there, So I don't really want them because 2 gunmen hold up my kids then.
Okay, Maud.
I came home and 2 gunmen. And I really don't want them to go back to the house and I'm not there.
Okay.
I'm living here.
All right. I'm just going to say this, and then I'm going to let Nicole give you all of the full explanation. They're right now up to
Yeah.
December 22nd, 2010.
She said she's a U.S. citizen? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and you filed what month in 2013?
In December.
Okay, so then you got to wait December 2000, all the people who filed in 2011 and go through December to 2011, then all the people who filed in 2012 through December 2012, and then all the people who filed in 2013 until the day they reach December 2013. A best guesstimate is about 3 years of waiting. With that, I will let Nicole take over and explain everything to you.
Sure. Hi, Maud. I certainly understand and sympathize with your concerns about your daughters having to return home to consular process. Unfortunately, the way the law is right now, there's no mechanism for people who are out of status and are not immediate relatives, meaning they're being sponsored by their spouse who's a U.S. citizen or an adult son or daughter who is a U.S. citizen, to apply for a green card here in the U.S. unless they were the beneficiary of a petition that had been filed prior to April 30th, 2001. So this is the method that permits people to actually become lawful permanent residents. In fact, up until a few years ago, there wouldn't be any mechanism for people in that situation to obtain permanent residence unless they wanted to await outside for a long time.
Now, let me ask this question, Maud, because this is always, the out-of-the-box question. How did you get your green card?
Yes, my daughter filed for me. I have 2 daughters living here from they were kids. They are citizens here.
Okay. And besides your daughter filing for you, you never tried to get a green card any other way?
No.
All right, yeah, so then you would have to do the provisional waiver. Hold on 1 second. Make an appointment to come see us, and we'll be able to help you. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Once again, folks, if you're just joining us, you're in tune to the Brad and Squeeze show right here in New York City, not in my mother's basement, as some might think. All right,
Just looks like your mother's basement. We designed the entire studio around what your mother's basement
are
looks
you
like.
dissing my mom's basement?
No, it's a beautiful basement. She's got bookshelves. She's got a big batter of Spar Bernstein in her
Rinky-dinky
basement.
equipment all over.
Rinky-dinky equipment all over the place.
But we got great people in the
Right.
basement of my mom.
Yes.
All right, we've
Right.
got Nicole,
Yes.
who's a managing attorney.
That's right.
We've
Daniel,
got
who lives in the in like a little, I wouldn't call it a closet, but a
cubicle?
room, a cubicle without windows. He lives there in the basement. And
Well,
then
you
comes
told me
out
that
to-
guy was getting a corner office. Let me start some trouble here.
Yeah.
You told me you were getting a corner office. We got Kyle.
Yeah.
Where does Kyle live?
Kyle? Nobody knows where Kyle lives.
I'm a transient.
It's, the very funny thing is Kyle is like, he's talking about, he like just pops up and he's like, here.
Kyle, to me, if we were doing the Seinfeld episode, he would be Kramer.
He definitely would be there.
He would be Kramer,
Black
seriously.
Kramer, right?
Yeah, he'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Kramer. Yeah, opening that door. I'm sorry, folks. Let's get back to another call right now. 1-800-529-5464. Well, he couldn't be a white Kramer.
No.
No.
It would be Kramer.
Well, yeah, but you don't see him on camera, so nobody knows.
Oh, okay.
So
all
I'm
right, good point.
describing.
All right,
making a
all right, good
description.
point. All right, all
I'm
right, all
making
right.
a description.
See where we are, folks.
Yeah.
And the quiet one
Tawan.
that I always mispronounce her name.
Yes.
Right.
She would be the close talker.
Oh, she would be the close talker. That is true. She would be the close talker.
Yes.
If all the folks out there have not watched Seinfeld, you need to check it out. Let's go to a call
All
right now.
right. Davin,
Yes, sir.
what's up?
What's up,
Not
Davin?
much, sir. Not much. I'm doing good.
All right, give me some energy. What's your question?
Yeah, I got two questions I want to ask you quickly. I'm a United States citizen, but I got my daughter when I was in doing my paperwork to come here when my wife was filing for me. I had her on my paper, but I did not bring her with me at the time. And now I become a citizen. I wanted to bring her here, but no, she get the age 21. I still can't file for her. How long would it take?
How did you get your green card originally?
My wife put in my wife.
But nobody's
in
ever
Jamaica.
filed for your daughter, and she's now 21.
No, well, she was on the paperwork while my wife was putting in my paper, but we just never did finish her, and it had just come
Well,
before
your
her.
wife's a citizen?
Yes, she's a
Okay, so
citizen.
she was not on the paperwork then, unless your wife filed a separate application for her. Do you know if your wife filed a separate application for her?
No.
Okay, so she was never filed for then. All you did was your wife filed an application for you, and one of the questions is, what's the name of your child? And you wrote the
Right.
name of the child on an application, but that's not filing for your child. So now
Okay,
so now you would have to file for this kid, and unfortunately, it's a 7-year wait because she's over 21.
7 year?
Yep. You had to have done it before she's 21. For everybody up there, for everybody out there, for everybody down there, up there, to the left, to the right, in the middle, wherever you may be, file for your kids before they're 21.
I know that's right. I was trying to, but the mother was holding on to her, giving me a hard time. That's why.
Then the mother caused this child great grief because now this kid's not going to be here till closer to age 30.
Right.
Wow.
All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on, let's see what we can do. Hold on.
I got another.
Oh, what's your question? Yeah.
Another question.
What is it?
Me and my current wife divorced right now,
Uh-huh.
but I did try. I made another person. And I did try to marry to this person because we were dating, and
Okay.
I tried to marry to her. But at the time when I was trying to marry to her, she didn't tell me she didn't have no paper, which is end up she was, and this was like in February here. So she now got me married to her and didn't tell me she didn't have no papers. But by the time, I still went through with it when I take it cool because I already married to her and everything.
Hold up,
All right,
hold up.
He married this woman because he was in love with her. And then after, this is my Google translation.
No, but
after they got married, the now girlfriend, who is now the wife, says, "Oh, by the way, I need a green card." And then he's like, "What?" And she said, "Uh-huh." And he says, "Okay, I'm cool with it." That's basically it.
Yeah, and I say I'm cool with it. But
Right.
when I take a step, she did already live with a man, and I pull a hand on her, and I get the divorce and everything back right now.
Okay, so you
And-
got
It's a hell of
divorced
a
from
story
her.
here.
You got divorced
Yeah.
from her because even though you married her, she was living with somebody else.
Yes.
All right, that's all mucked up.
Was or
I'm not sure, but the whole thing's mucked up.
how could you marry to her and you weren't living with her?
Yeah, what's up with that?
No. Yeah, so I get the note, I get it cleared up and everything. But right now, I'm telling you the truth, I'm in my church, so I really didn't want to live and sleep with nobody that I ain't married to. So that's the whole reason why I really try to marry to her. But
You wanted to marry with her because you
I'm
wanted to
dating-
sleep with her, and he
I'm
can't do
dating-
it because he's a religious man.
We get
Yeah.
it, Brad.
I'm translating for the three people who don't understand.
Everybody understands.
Okay, fine.
Believe me.
Yeah,
So-
go ahead.
I have a lot of questions for you, but I can't even bother to ask you.
No,
on the
no,
radio.
go ask away. Ask away.
Well, let me ask you this, and this is just and understand I'm not pontificating you. This is just for others who are listening. Why did you get married to this woman and not know enough about her and do your due diligence?
All right, let me tell you the whole reason about it. My previous marriage, I'll be honest and tell you the whole truth. When I leave my wife before I come here, I was a little bit stressed out. And I was in my church so deeply. And at the same time, I got needs too and everything. So I just working because I divorced my first wife from 2015.
Right.
So I was in church trying to keep it going on. So when I met her, she was in church too. So I said to her, I wouldn't marry to you until July. But by talking to her, she started to force me into it. And then I said, you have papers? And she said to me, yes, she have her papers because I might have filed for her.
So she lied
So
to you.
squeeze. All right, he's a deeply religious man, and he wanted to wait to know her, but at the same time, the small head was thinking for the big head, and he decided to get married quicker.
I understand.
That's
That's
basically
right.
it.
Yeah. He has needs.
That's right.
The man has needs.
Listen,
Yes, that's right.
Right.
my
That's
mom
right.
always
That's right.
says to think with the right head.
Yeah.
I know that's right. But what happened right now, which I'm sure, and I'm taking it slowly. But
I want to
I
ask
met
you,
with her.
attorneys, what's the solution for this? I want to
Well,
ask.
well, the
what
answer
you,
is, there is no.
There hasn't been a question.
There hasn't been a
that-
question yet. This is
solution to this- the solution to
basically
the solution to this,
he didn't file for his
another-
daughter in time. That's all we know so far. That he married this other lady, found out she
So
married
what's
him
his
for
situation?
a green card. So he's got an annulment. So basically, the situation is this: he has his green card, and perhaps he's a citizen already. He married once, he got divorced. He married a second time, he's getting an annulment to get divorced. Guess what? The third time will be the charm. He's allowed. Elizabeth Taylor got married 8 times. They were all good marriages. It's cool. So it didn't work out.
This one, I want to marry, but I'm a little bit skeptic because I don't know.
you need some counseling,
Um,
man.
You don't know what her
Because-
ulterior motives are.
Exactly.
Right. So the only person who would know who the ulterior motives is her. And what you need to do is sit down and have an honest conversation with her. And I will say this. If you cannot sit down with a woman, or if you're a woman who's going to sit down with a man, and you cannot have an honest conversation, a legitimately honest conversation where you can, say what you feel and feel comfortable with each other, then your answer is there. You don't marry someone you can't have an honest conversation with.
And that's true, too.
Right.
Because, this person cannot be honest with me right now, and we've been taking it slowly and everything. But
This is turning into the love line here.
I would just consider
I love his story, though,
moving
but
into another marriage that
I
quick
hope
if it's
people
okay.
learn from it.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I want to thank you for everything that you have said because I'm quite sure a
Yeah,
lot of
and
folks
thank
have
you.
learned.
Let
a
him
lot
come in
from
and
it.
talk to us.
But
and-
come on in,
Right.
sit down with one of the attorneys, okay? And you can take as long as you want to explain everything.
Yes.
All right? And good luck with everything,
I
man.
thought the best part of that question was, Nicole, what's the solution here? Nicole's like, I haven't heard a question yet.
I know. So, my brother, take care, all right?
All right, he's on hold.
What I would like to know,
Yes.
look, and I'm going to get beat up for this.
Don't get beat up for this.
Nah, I'm going to get beat up.
Don't get beat up.
Because people really, 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 ignorance is a hell of a thing. All right? And yes, you are in the church, but it doesn't mean you're stupid. It doesn't mean you're silly. It doesn't mean that you should, if someone is in the church, that they're not a regular human being.
Yeah,
You
but also,
But no,
you-
but
the
what I'm
church,
saying-
church teaches you things, and you want to live the right life.
Precisely.
And if you go to a church,
But,
and they teach you that to live the right life, to sleep with somebody, it's a solemn thing. You should
And I
be
agree.
married.
Fine.
Then go get married.
Right, exactly. But here's a situation where he got married to someone who
Right.
literally screwed him over.
That's correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
That is
So
correct.
I'm saying, yes, you're in the church, but that should not stop you from asking all the respective
That is
questions.
correct.
You know, first of all, if I'm going to marry someone, I am going to do some due diligence about that person.
That is correct.
I am going to do my own kind of background checking.
That is
because
correct.
you could be marrying someone that could ultimately make you lose your life. You could ultimately end up in a.
And by
you
the
know,
way, just
you-
because
do your due diligence.
And how about this one? Just because they're in the church doesn't make them a good person,
there you go.
right? There's lots of good people who don't go to church. There's lots of good people in church. There's lots of decent people outside of church.
I'm not
There's
even
lots of
getting
it.
married to someone unless they do a HIV test. You remember about that caller that you had last week?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that call, right? The guy found out that she had HIV afterwards.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, it sounds crazy,
What WTF?
but WTF?
Right. WTF?
You know, I'm very, very serious. These are
That's
things
a big WTF, by the way.
you could lose your life. A guy called last week. Brad and I was on the show, and he said good thing for him though. He said he didn't contract the
the AIDS
Consummate?
virus.
yeah.
Oh.
He didn't contract the
HIV virus.
So I'm just saying, folks, the moral of what I am saying here, as David Squeeze Annakie, let me disclaim it. Please, regardless of where you are, in church, out of church, wherever you are, please do some due diligence and do some miscellaneous background checks on certain things that you really should check into, because you need to know who you're getting married to. There's a song that says, "Take time to know her."
Night Train Hall sums it up. This caller, damn. I think she sums it up on Facebook.
You know what struck me about
What?
that story? A lot of churches and other religious organizations provide premarital counseling if you want.
I was about to say that too.
Very
yes.
good, Nicole.
With
Thank
your
you, Nicole.
pastor or religious
Thank
leader,
you.
if that person is serious
you.
about the marriage, they'll go through that with you.
I was
and
gonna
then you
say.
have like a third party who's checking
Counseling
into
you.
what
Right.
what everybody's intentions are.
That's right.
So, listen, he did admit one thing.
What?
He had needs.
Well, he admitted it.
And his needs.
Everybody's got needs.
So he rushed the marriage because of the needs.
That's right.
Okay.
Everyone's got needs.
All right.
All right.
Alrighty.
Vanessa.
Good morning.
Good
A
morning.
pleasant good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
You enjoying the show?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm going to bother you with a very, very quick question.
You're not bothering us. What's your question?
I just became American citizen recently.
Congrats.
And thank you. I'm so excited too. So the next day that I got the certificate of naturalization, I went to apply for the passport. So it's okay till here. Long story short, I just received my passport Saturday, and instead of my last name that starts with K as in King, they put an M. So I want to know what I have to do because I need to travel.
You got it.
I was
Yeah, go down to the U.S. If do you have a driver's license? Do you have a plane ticket to travel?
I have a driver's license.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm driving right now.
Okay, good. What about I'm glad if you're driving now, you have a license. It's a long
too.
show, and it's only Monday morning already. I can't even talk. Do you have a plane ticket? Do you have plans to go right now?
I do have a plane ticket.
When?
It's August 18th.
Okay.
And I don't want to know if it's enough the time.
Yeah. So what you should do is you can go and expedite the change of the passport. There's a application. You can go to the passport. You can pay an extra fee, and they'll mail you a new passport in like 10 days.
But I have to go to the post office for
Yeah,
that?
or
I
you have to download the form online and then bring it to the post office, or go to the post office and get the forms from them.
So there is so it's a form online.
Well, I don't. How long is the line at the post office?
No. There is a form online.
Oh, yes. I thought you said it's a formal line. So I'm like, yeah, well, it depends on what time you go. Yes, there's an actual form to correct a passport, and there's another form to expedite it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, then.
All right. If
Okay,
you have a
thank you so
problem,
much for your
if you
help.
have a problem, come see us.
And enjoy driving.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Right, and
Bye-bye.
make sure you always drive with a license. All right. By the way, it's 9:48. And before we go any further, I do have to remind everybody that this show is brought to you by USA Credit Repair. Getting better credit is a beautiful thing.
I hope so.
It's a beautiful thing to
No.
get good credit.
USA Credit Repair, the key to beautiful credit.
There it is.
USA Credit
What's
Repair.
wrong with you, man?
The key
Yeah, to beautiful
key
credit.
to beautiful credit, Nicole. And the telephone number for this is the key right here is the telephone number to your beautiful credit. It's 1-800-872-7177. USA Credit Repair brings you the Brad and Squeeze Show every day. They're our proud sponsors, and it's an absolutely free call to call USA Credit Repair and to check to see if they can repair your credit to above 700, if they can get your credit up. If they can't get your credit up, you get your money back guaranteed in 90 days. You got to give them at least 90 days, though. The telephone number to call USA Credit Repair, 1-800-872-7177, 1-800-872-7177, USA Credit Repair. The key to beautiful credit, 1-800-872-7177, or you can go online to wefixbadcredit.com. So in case you forget what USA Credit Repair does, wefixbadcredit.com basically sums it up, right?
Thank you for summing that up.
We sum it up. 1-800-872-7177. Thank you, USA Credit Repair. 1-800-872-7177.
Very interesting show so far. But anyway, Kyle, let's continue with some questions from social media for Nicole and Brad. Once again, folks, you are in tune to the Brad and Squeeze Show, where we're answering immigration questions. All right, Kyle, you go first.
Okay, Carlene Thorpe on Facebook. If my boss is sponsoring me, how much will the fee cost?
The fee for which fee are we talking about? The legal fees, the filing fees, and what is he sponsoring you in for a green card, a work visa?
We need more specificity.
More specificity.
Okay, Arlene Rowe from Facebook says, when you file for a child under 21, whether you're a permanent resident or a citizen, how long does it take for that child to get a green card?
Those are two different answers. Resident is 2 years, citizen is 1, approximately.
Blessed Sugar Coombs asks how long it takes to get your Social Security number after applying.
Sugar Combs wants to know how long for a Social Security number after applying.
Well, I guess if the question is you're applying for a green card, for example, within 3 to 4 months, if you've also put in an application for a work permit, you will get that work permit, and then you go to the Social Security office with the work permit, and they will send you your social within a few weeks.
Okay. 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. I must remind you that the 1-800-529-5465 number actually is the number for the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway in New York City.
Squeeze on Periscope, our old buddy RJ, who we haven't seen in a long time, popped up today.
Oh.
And he wants to know, he filed asylum in April. He did not get acknowledgement receipt. It's filed in Texas. Should have gotten an acknowledgement receipt, right, Nicole?
Yes.
So you have to check RJ to see what happened with that. And following up on that question, when can you apply for an EAD after the receipt acknowledgement?
Of the asylum,
Yeah.
you can file 150 days after, and you're eligible to actually receive the work permit 180 days after.
Correct, but you need to prove that it was actually filed timely.
Right.
So RJ, if you're having an issue with that, call us. I think RJ has watched long enough. He knows.
Yeah, RJ, you need to link up. All right?
Pretty baby, Squeeze. Maybe you wanna translate this for me. It says, this is straight pasa
Pretty baby?
pasa. Yeah.
Means a beautiful
Yes.
child.
Right. Pretty babes.
Proceed.
Squeeze, this is straight pasa pasa.
What I mean, the story about the guy.
Yeah.
Basically, the story is just a very gossipy story.
Gossipy, pasa pasa.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Child of a King says, all these marriages and nobody filed for his daughter. This is weird. That emoji face. I don't know what. All right.
Anyway, here's a question.
Yes.
Here, my page here. My daughter filed for me from 2015. I had a fight in 1979. I paid 80 Jamaican dollars. I got it expunged. I have the paper now. The consulate is sending me back to the court office. It was burnt down in 2000. I went to the court. I got a letter back saying all files was destroyed by fire and I was denied. Please tell me what to do. I am 60-year-old living alone in Jamaica.
Sounds like she had a conviction. An expungement doesn't mean the conviction didn't happen. And if she has, the burden is on her to prove that she's admissible. The burden's not on the United States of America. So if the courthouse burned down, she still has the burden to prove she's admissible, that it was a minor offense. The fact that it was expunged doesn't mean anything. She was going to need to have a consultation so we can
She
figure out
definitely needs an attorney.
how to prove these events occurred. Perhaps the police station did not burn down. Perhaps it was just the courthouse that burned down and the police station is still standing, and maybe the police have records of this. Just a thought, Nicole. What do you think? Would that be a good place to start?
That's a good idea, yes.
Okay, so here's another one before we kick it back to Kyle after another one. On the visa bulletin, what is the priority date? Are they at for citizen-sponsored unmarried son over the age of 21?
December 22nd, 2010.
Thank you so much for
Unless
that,
you're
Mr.
from the
Bernstein.
Philippines or Mexico.
Okay, on what grounds can a person's visa be canceled?
You don't want to know about Philippines or Mexico.
You want to tell me about Philippines or Mexico?
Yes.
Why don't you tell me about Philippines or
Philippines
Mexico?
is April 22nd, 2006.
Okay, why don't you tell me about Mexico?
September 1st, 1995. You don't want to be an unmarried child over the age of 21 of a U.S. citizen from Mexico. You're waiting 22 years.
Thank you so much for being
Yes.
so informative
Thank
there.
you.
All right. On the visa bulletin, what is the on what grounds can a person's visa be canceled at customs?
If it looks like they've been abusing their visa in the past, for example.
Any inadmissibility. Okay? Maybe you've been convicted of a crime. Maybe they believe that your intentions of what you're saying you're coming here to do are different than what you're doing. Okay? And intentions could be as simple as you're spending too much time in America, you're not visiting. Intentions could be you've lied, you've made a misrepresentation, you have a communicable disease. If the Supreme Court overturns the Muslim ban, because Donald's bringing it to the Supreme Court, you're from one of those Muslim countries. Could be a lot of different reasons.
Okay. And we want to say our condolences and sympathies reaches out to the
Yes.
folks in London
Yeah, it's crazy.
over this weekend.
Yeah, it's
All
terrible.
right.
Crazy and terrible at the same time.
Very, very, very.
Yeah.
You know, it's been. And Keisha Hall, by the way, says Nicole, you are her favorite attorney.
Oh,
If you
that
s-
is
that's
so
what I was
sweet.
showing you
Thank
earlier.
you so much.
That's
somewhere,
really
right?
nice.
I'm visually impaired, so I couldn't see that small writing on your screen.
That's the reason why I wear these
Right,
things.
right there.
Well, I have contacts on and still not doing a good enough of a job.
You know? All right, and we've got 4 minutes to go, Brad. Squeeze in one from the radio, please, before we conclude, and hopefully we'll return at 12 noon.
All right. Will I am. How are you?
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Good. Good morning to the team.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
If you applied for your passport, you spelled your name correctly, and they made a mistake by spelling your name incorrectly in the passport, whose cost it is to do the necessary
Is
correction?
this
Do you have to pay again, or they will allow you to get the passport corrected free of charge?
They should allow it free of charge, but I will say this. If you want it fast, you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah. Going down that road, hey, if you want to save a few bucks, fine, but it could be a drawn-out one.
That's right.
So
It's going to cost you
it-
more ultimately. Believe me.
If you don't need the passport for the next 6 months, then, yeah, I would do it without the fee. All right?
So it might be in their interest to make these errors, so it costs people extra money. Where's the
Yeah, that's a good theory, except I don't think the U.S. government needs an extra $50 or $100 in the passport. I mean, the U.S. government works on trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, so your $100 ain't changing the government. I think more it's nobody.
Changing me.
It's nobody cares. So there's no sometimes there's just no accountability if somebody makes an error. So that's when errors happen. I would look at it more like that.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, it's kind of slanted one side. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Have a good day, guys.
All right, not a problem. I knew when he came in with that tone like he was very, very serious about something.
Yes.
Good day to
Yes.
the team.
He thinks there is.
I want my money.
Yeah, he thinks.
Or I
that
want
there
my
is-
passport.
What is
Very
it
serious.
like? What is it like? A conspiracy theory that they're spelling names wrong on U.S. passports to make money? It's just no. I think they're just sloppy. All right. Because they don't need your money squeeze for the passport form. What do we want to do? We got about a minute.
Well, I would like to remind folks that we're going to be here 9 a.m. and 12 noon throughout the weekdays here. God's willing, we'll return at 12 noon today. Thank you all so much for joining us. I want to say thanks to USA Credit Repair. Remember, wefixbadcredit.com, or you can call them at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. Thanks to them for sponsoring us. And thank you, Brad and Nicole, for answering the questions. God, thank you so much for reading off the questions. Tuan, still trying to figure out what you do. Daniel, thanks for standing behind the camera.
Tuan moves the cameras and turns them on and off.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we got to go, Squeeze. Thank you, Nicole. 1-800-529-5465. We'll be back at 12.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your
All right, we
individual
got to go,
situation.
Squeeze. Thank you,
Prior
Nicole.
results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW800. That's 1-800-LawLink. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And, of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LawLink. That's 1-800-529-5465.